මේ සියල්ල නිවසේ සිට නරඹන්නට ඔබේ නිවහනට සජීවී කරන අත්දැකීම් ගෙනෙන්නේ PEO Sports අප සියලුම දෙනා ඔබ වෙනුවෙන්ම. අප සියලුම දෙනාට විශේෂයෙන් මතක් කරනවා අද දහවල් 1ට මෙහි තරඟ කටයුතු ආරම්භ කිරීම සඳහා සියල්ල සූදානම්ව තිබෙන්නේ. තරඟ ආරම්භක මොහොතේ පටන් විශේෂයෙන්ම ඊයේ දවසේදී සිදු වුණු සිද්ධු ජවනිකාවන්ගේ සිට සියලුම දේවල් වින්දනය කරන්නට ඔබට අවස්ථාව තිබෙනවා. SLT Mobitel PEO TV PEO Sports සමග එක්ව සිටියොත් ඒ වගේම ඔබ මේ වන විට නිවසින් බැහැරව සිටිනවා නම් ඔබට ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ කොහේ හිටියත් විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ සියල්ල නරඹන්නට අවස්ථාව තිබෙන බව අප මතක් කරනවා. PEO Mobile සමගින් PEO Mobile සමග එක්වීමෙන් ඔබට මේ සමස්ත තරඟාවලිය නරඹන්නට හැකියාව තිබෙන බවත් අප සිහිපත් කරන්නේ සතුටින්. ඒ වගේම සමස්ත ලෝකවාසී විශේෂයෙන්ම ක්‍රීඩා ලෝලී ජනතාවට අවස්ථාව තිබෙනවා අප සමග එක්ව මේ සියල්ල නරඹන්නට PEO Sports FB පේජයෙන් නැත්නම් අපේ Facebook පිටුවෙන් සහ YouTube නාලිකාවෙන් මේ සියල්ල නරඹන්නට වින්දනය කරන්නට අවස්ථාව තිබෙන බවත් අප ඔබට මතක් කරන අතරතුරේම ආරාධනා කරන ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අප සමග එක්වමින් වසර 57කට පසුව ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ බොක්සින් ක්‍රීඩාව ලද මේ සුවිශේෂී ජයග්‍රහණය විජයග්‍රහණයක් බවට පත් කරමින් ශ්‍රී ලාංකේය ක්‍රීඩිකාවන්ගේ ජයග්‍රහණය උදෙසා ඔබේ ශක්තිය ලබා දෙන්නට මේ ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ලංවිය හැකි දුරක සිටිනවා නම් ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා එන්න සුගදාස් ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට වයස අවුරුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරඟාවලිය අසිරිය විඳ ගන්නට ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අවස්ථාව තිබෙනවා. ඒ සියල්ලට ඔබට ආරාධනා කරන අතරතුරේ අපි මතක් කරනවා විශේෂයෙන් අද දවසේදී ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයෙකු සහ ක්‍රීඩිකාවක බොක්සින් වලල්ලට ප්‍රවේශ වීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. ඒ තමයි කිලෝග්‍රෑම් 67 බර පන්තියෙන් අසාර් ශාමින් අද දවසේ තරඟ කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. ඔහු කජිකිස්තාන ක්‍රීඩක සුල්ටෝව් නෝව් සමග තමයි තරඟ කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේම කිලෝග්‍රෑම් 60 බර පන්තිය තුල සසේකා නානායක්කාර ක්‍රීඩිකාව අද දවසේදී ක්‍රීඩා කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙනවා. ඇය කජිකිස්තාන ක්‍රීඩිකාවක වන අසෙල්ඩෙක් අඩේලියා සමගයි ක්‍රීඩා කිරීමට නියමිතව තිබෙන්නේ. ඒ තරඟ දැක බලා ගන්නට නැත්නම් ඒ තරඟවල ඇසින්දුටු සාක්ෂිකරුවන් වෙන්නට මේ ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට එන්න කියලා ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට ආරාධනා කරන අතරතුරේ අපි දැන් සූදානම් වෙන්නේ ඊයේ දවසේදී මෙහි පැවැත්වුණු තරඟවල විශේෂ අවස්ථා ඔබ වෙත ගෙන එන්නට ධම්මික සහ යසස් සූදානම්. එහි තොරතුරු ඔබට කියන්නට අපි යමු දැන් ඊයේ දවසේ විශේෂ අවස්ථාවන්ට.
From Kyrgyzstan decimated the opponent and won the bout quite convincingly. In fact, he's been very, very proficient. And thereafter, a Malaysian enters the ring for the first time and he took on this young man, Bakhtiar, in fact, from Kazakhstan. He had a very efficient performance, constant pressure. He's been moving and maintaining his calm demeanor. It was a one-sided affair and he went through the fight unharmed, just like that, winning it quite convincingly. And thereafter, Sri Lankans were excited. They were up against the Saudis, Ismail. Sri Lankan boxer midway through the fight lost his calm demeanor, and midway through the fight he also got way too tired. That's what we observed, and the Saudi boxer took the opportunity, took the advantage, and won the bout. This is the third bout. Saudi boxer took on another Tajikistan boxer. Lean, tall, powerful and precise with almost all his punches. We've been witnessing right throughout this tournament punching accuracy, landing percentages. Players who got the better landing accuracy just like that. Quite a few powerful punches in fact, and convincing winner. Then another Kazakhstan boxer. He took onto the field and the Sri Lankan coach quite wisely deciding to end the bout, abandon the bout, handing over the victory to the Kazakh boxer. Then this young man, from Sri Lanka, got long levers. He's been very, very efficient with his punctures, going through the defenses. Had a outstanding bout. Another very bright prospect when it comes to the second round and medal hopes. But it was a tough moment, but the Sri Lankan had the presence of mind to negotiate the tough situation and came out of it thereafter. New Zealander in action against another very strong Sri Lankan boxer, but midway through he also had to endure the same fate. Way too accurate, way too fast, way too strong. And convincing winner, another very interesting fighter to look out. Sri Lankan young lady against Indian boxer. It was a bright start. Kajintini, if I'm not mistaken. Very bright start, got herself very busy, kept delivering the punches to the body and to the upstairs. But midway through the fight, like two previous Sri Lankan boxers, pretty much lost her vision, and immediately the game plan was out of the window. Keep an eye on this young lady from Kazakhstan. Another medal prospect. These Kazakhs, they are here one thing in mind, and that's the gold medal. That's the first prize. They will not ready to settle down for anything less. Constant barrage of punches. Based on what we've seen, I thought Indian boxer deserves credit for holding herself up for 3 rounds. Vietnamese boxer against another Kazakh lady. Both the punchers, both the boxers in fact had their particular counts in favor of them. But whichever the case, once again Kazakh boxer coming on the top. So once again hand over to Priyal, who's an interesting person.
අපි අනිත් වතාවක් සජීව ඔබ උණගැසෙන්නේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ස ක්‍රීඩාගාරයේ සිට සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ස ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට යලි ඔබ එක්වන විට අප ඔබට දින දින මතක් කළා ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකවන් 33 දෙනෙකු මේ සමස්ත තරගාවලිය තුළ ක්‍රීඩා කරන බව විශේෂයෙන්ම ආසියානු කනිෂ්ඨ මට්ටමේ පදක්කම් බලාපොරොත්තු ඔවුන්ව මේ තරගාවලිය සඳහා හැඩගස්වමින් එහි වගකීම දරන විශේෂ පුද්ගලයන් කීප දෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ අතර තවත් විශේෂ කෙනෙක් තමයි ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායමේ සහාය පුහුණුකරු සජීව දසනායක. අපි සජීව සමග කෙටි කතා බහක් සඳහා අවස්ථාව සලසා ගන්න. සජීව අපි විශේෂයෙන් මතක් කරමු මේ තරගාවලිය සඳහා සහභාගී වන ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායම කොහොමද සංයුතිය කියලා.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් ශ්‍රී ලංකා සංචිතය ගැහණු සහ පිරිමි ක්‍රීඩක ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් 33 දෙනෙක් සිටිනවා. ඉතින් ලංකාවේ නන්දේශ පාසල් වල සහ වෙන ක්ලබ් සහ අපේ යුද හමුදාව නියෝජනය කරමින් ක්‍රීඩිකාවන් 33 දෙනෙක් මේකට සහභාගී වෙලා සිටිනවා.
දැන් මේ අවස්ථාවේදී අපි දැක්කා විශේෂයෙන් උතුරු නැගෙනහිර පළාත නියෝජනය කරන සහ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ හැම පළාතකින්ම ක්‍රීඩිකාව ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා. ඔවුන් කොහොමද හොයාගත්තේ?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් අපි මේකේ පුහුණු තරඟ වාර 4ක් වගේ පැවැත්තුවා. ඒකෙන් ඉන්න දක්ෂතම ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ ටික තමයි අපි හොයාගෙන තියෙන්නේ. එතන ඉන්න ඇතරම කියනවා නම් එතන ලංකාවේ ඉන්න දක්ෂතම ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ ටික තමයි අපි මෙතන මේ තරඟාවලියට සහභාගී කරන්න අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ.
සජීව දැන් ඔබ විශේෂයෙන් ජාත්‍යන්තර අත්දැකීම් සහිත පුහුණුකරුවෙක්. ඒ නිසා ජාත්‍යන්තරයේ ක්‍රීඩා කරන ආකාරය සහ ඒවායේ තත්ත්වයන් පිළිබඳ හොඳ අවබෝධයක් තියෙනවා. ඒක සංසන්දනය කරද්දී අපේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ මොන වගේ මට්ටමකද ඉන්නේ?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් අපේ සභාපතිතුමා අනුරුද්ධ ශානක බණ්ඩාර ඒත් එක්කම අපේ ලේකම්තුමා තරංග පෙරරා ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ සංකල්පයක් මත අපි මේ තරඟාවලිය ලංකාවට ගත්තා. මොකද ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට ජාත්‍යන්තර අත්දැකීම් නැහැ. මෙතන ඉන්න ක්‍රීඩකයෝ මේ තරඟයට සහභාගී වුණු ක්‍රීඩකයෝ 33 දෙනාගෙන් දෙන්නෙකුට හෝ 3 දෙනෙකුට තමයි ජාත්‍යන්තර අත්දැකීම් තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් අපේ ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට හොඳ අත්දැකීමක් තමයි මේ වගේ ජාත්‍යන්තර තරඟාවලියක් ලංකාවට ඇවිල්ලා මේකට සහභාගී වෙන්න ලැබීම ගැන ඒ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ විතර නෙමෙයි පුහුණුකරුවොත් ගොඩක් සතුටු වෙනවා මේ සම්බන්ධව.
දැන් විශේෂයෙන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා කණ්ඩායම දිහා බැලුවට පස්සේ අපි දන්නවා කණ්ඩායමේ ක්‍රීඩකාවන් 33ක් හිටියට මේ 33ටම අවසන් මහතරඟ සඳහා පදක්කම් බලාපොරොත්තු සහිතව ක්‍රීඩා කරන්න බෑ. නමුත් මෙන්න මේ ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ අපිට වැඩි බලාපොරොත්තු සහිතව කියලා කියන ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ ඉන්නවා.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් තරඟාවලිය ආරම්භයේ පළවෙනි තරඟයෙන්ම අපේ පේරාදෙණිය ක්‍රීඩකයා ඉන්දියා ඒ ක්‍රීඩකයා හොඳ තියුණු තරඟයෙන් ජයග්‍රහණය කරා. සත්සර ක්‍රීඩකයා 48 බරපන්තිය තමයි නියෝජනය කරේ. ඔහු හොඳ තියුණු තරඟයෙන් පස්සේ තරඟාවලියේ පළවෙනි තරඟයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරා. ඒත් එක්කම උස්සීත් අරවින්ද යන ක්‍රීඩකයන් තුන්දෙනාම අර්ධ අවසන් පූර්ව තරඟවලට සහභාගී වීමට නියමිතයි ඉදිරියේදී. ඒත් එක්කම මේකේ විශේෂම ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් ඉන්නවා උමයංග මිහිරාන් දකුණු ආසියාතික තරඟාවලියේ බ්‍රෝන්ස් මෙඩලයක් ගෙනාවා. තායිලන්තයේ පැවති තරඟාවලිය ඔහු දක්ෂ ලෙස ක්‍රීඩා කරා. අපේ ඔලිම්පික් නියෝජනයක් කියලා අපි හිතන ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් මේ තරඟාවලියට සහභාගී වෙනවා.
ඔහුගේ විශේෂයෙන් ඒ තරඟාවලිය තුලත් පුහුණුකරු හැටියට කටයුතු කළේ ඔබ. ඒ අත්දැකීම සහ එතන ඉඳලා අද වෙනකොට ක්‍රීඩකයෙක් හැටියට ඔහුගේ වර්ධනය ඔබ කොහොමද දකින්නේ?
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් ඔහු දැන් එදා ඉඳවට වැඩිය යම් උසස් තත්ත්වයක ඉන්නවා. අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව ඔහුගේ රන් පදක්කම ලංකාවට දිනා දීම තමයි බලාපොරොත්තුව.
සජීව දැන් විශේෂයෙන් ඔබ දකුණු ආසියාවෙම බොක්සින් පුහුණුකරුවෙක් හැටියට ජාත්‍යන්තරය තුල විශේෂයෙන් රුසියානු කලාපයේ සය ආශ්‍රිත රටක පුහුණුකරුවෙක් හැටියට කටයුතු කරන්න අවස්ථාව ලද පළවෙනි පුහුණුකරුවා. එහි පුහුණුකරුවන් සඳහා තියෙන තත්ත්වය සහ ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩකයන් සඳහා පුහුණු කිරීමේදී තියෙන තත්ත්වයන් අතර යම් වෙනසක් ඔබ දකිනවා ඇති. ඒ වෙනස දැන් කිසියම් ආකාරයකින් බැහැමින් තියෙනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් අපිත් ඒක කරා ළඟා වෙමින් තියෙනවා කියලා ඔබට අවබෝධයක් තියෙනවද?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම ලංකාවේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට පහසුකම් අඩුයි. ජාත්‍යන්තර ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට පහසුකම් වැඩි. අපේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට පහසුකම් මේ විදිහට ලබා දුන්නොත් අපිට ඇත්තටම ඔලිම්පික් පදක්කම 2028 දිනා ගන්න එක අමාරු කාර්යයක් නෙමෙයි.
කවුද ඔබ විශ්වාස කරන හැටියට ඒ ඉලක්කයට අපිට අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රීඩකයෝ හෝ ක්‍රීඩිකාවෝ?
මෙතන ඇත්තටම කතා කරනවා නම් අන්ඩර් 22 සහ යූත් තරඟ ක්‍රීඩා කරන ක්‍රීඩකාව තමයි ඉන්නේ. අපේ ජාතික සංචිතය වෙනම ඉන්නවා. ජාතික සංචිතයේ දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩකාවෝ කණ්ඩායමක් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් අපි මේස් කට්ටියයි ඒ කට්ටියයි ඔක්කොම එකතු කරලා හොඳ තරඟාවලි පවත්වලා දක්ෂ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ අරගෙන ඉදිරියට යන තමයි අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව.
සජීව දැන් ඇත්තටම මේ කනිෂ්ඨ බොක්සින් රාමුව කියලා කියන්නේ විශේෂයෙන්ම අපේ ජාතික මට්ටමේ ක්‍රීඩාව නිර්මාණය කර ගැනීම සඳහා තියෙන අංකුර තවාන කියලා අපිට හඳුන්වන්න පුළුවන්. මේ කනිෂ්ඨ කණ්ඩායම අතර මේ ක්‍රීඩකයෝ දිහා බැලුවහම පුහුණුකරුවෙක් හැටියට අපිට ඉස්සරහට අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. අපිට ජාත්‍යන්තරය තුල ගිහිල්ලා උඩින්ම තියන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා හිතන ක්‍රීඩකාවෝ ඉන්නවද?
ඔව් ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් දැන් උස්සිත් කියන ක්‍රීඩකයාත් මාත් එක්ක සහභාගී වුණා දකුණු ආසියාවේ තරඟාවලියට. එයා අර්ධ පූර්ව තරඟයකදී පරාජය වුණා. හැබැයි දක්ෂ විදියට ක්‍රීඩා කළා. අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව ඒ වගේ ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට සහයෝගයක් ලබා දීලා ඒගොල්ලන්වත් අර මට්ටමට අරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා ලංකාවට රන් පදක්කමක් ගේන එක තමයි අපේ බලාපොරොත්තුව.
සජීව ඔබ සහ අමිල දෙදෙනා අපි දන්නවා මේ කණ්ඩායම පසුපසෙන් ඉඳලා බොහෝ දේවල් කරා මේ තත්වයට කණ්ඩායම ඉස්සරහට අරන් එන්න. දැන් මේ ක්‍රියාවලිය නැත්නම් මේ තරඟාවලිය සඳහා ක්‍රීඩකාවන් පුහුණු කිරීමේ ක්‍රියාදාමයේ පටන් ගත්තේ කවදද කොහොමද ඒක ආවේ? ශ්‍රී ලංකා බොක්සින් සම්මේලනයේ මොන විදිහටද ඒකට ශක්තිය දුන්නේ කියලා අපි සිහිපත් කරමු.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කියනවා නම් අපේ සභාපතිතුමා සහ අපේ ලේකම්තුමාගේ සංකල්පයක් මත අපි කළුතර පොලිසියේ පොලිස් පුහුණු මධ්‍යස්ථානයේදී අප්‍රේල් මාස 18 වෙනිදා සිට මේ මාස 10 වෙනිදා දක්වා පුහුණු සැසි පැවැත්වුවා. එක දිගටම අපි පුහුණුවෙන් කටයුතු කරා. ඉතින් ඒ කටයුතු වලදී අපිට සියලුම දෙනා අපේ සංගමයේ වශයෙන් ලොකු සහයෝගයක් ලබා දුන්නා. ක්‍රීඩකයන්ට සියලුම පහසුකම් ලබා දීලා තමයි මෙතන ක්‍රීඩිකාව මේ තරඟාවලියට සහභාගී කරේ.
සජීව ස්තුතියි අපිත් එක්ක කතා බහට එකතු වුණාට. ඒ වගේම සුබපැතුම් ඔබට සහ කණ්ඩායමට මේ තරඟාවලිය තුළ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ දජය ඉහළින්ම ඔසවා තබන්නට.
ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම කතා කරනවා නම් අපේ PEO Sports වලින් අපිට ලබා දෙන මේ සහයෝගයට ස්තුතියි. PEO Sports නාලිකාවට අපේ හෘදයාංගම සහයෝගය ලබා දෙනවා.
ස්තුතියි සජීව විශේෂයෙන්ම PEO Sports ක්‍රීඩාව වෙනුවෙන් නිරන්තරයෙන් කැපවෙමින් සූදානම්ව සිටින්නේ ක්‍රීඩාව වෙනුවෙන් හැකි සියල්ල සිදු කරන්නට. දැන් තරඟාවලිය නිල වශයෙන් ආරම්භ කරනවා 20 වෙනි දිනය සඳහා. ගම්මික සූදානම් අපිට ඒ තුරුදු කියන්නට අපි දැන් තරඟාවලිය සමග එක්කෙමු.
Thank you so much, Priyal. Day 4 action just about to start. Very interesting bout card. Altogether, 8 bouts, 2 Sri Lankans in action. That will definitely keep Sri Lankans interested. Mohammad Azhar.
All right, ladies
representing 67 kg category, and Sulekana Nayakaru representing women's 80 kg category will be in action. There you go. You're looking at the bout card. 8 bouts. Strong contenders, I can tell you. So following up, we have Sri Lanka, after Sri Lankan and Tajikistan boxer. We have another game. Kuwaiti for the first time enters the ring, and he'll be up against a Kazakh boxer. And Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan have followed that by India and, if I'm not mistaken, Iran. Kazakhstan then once again taking on Tajikistan. That will be a Central Asian affair. To wrap up the day, we have Kyrgyzstan, Sri Lanka. 60 kg women's bout to end the proceedings. Another very exciting day of boxing coming your way live on PEO Sports. Sri Lanka Telecom, Bobitel, PEO TV channel 150 for standard SD and HD on 323 in social media, YouTube, FB on PEO Sport. And this bout, if I'm not mistaken, this entire tournament will be available on Asia Boxing Confederation YouTube channel. We are going around the world. Yasas joining me alongside in the com box.
Hi Damika. So, yep, it's the welterweight division, 63.5. And here walks in the man in red from Kazakhstan.
Halari boy taking on Muk from Kazakhstan. Central Asians so far dominated the proceedings right throughout the first 3 days, and we are expecting something similar unless Malaysians got something very, very special to offer. Yesterday, Malaysian shown good courage, and we are expecting nothing less from the Malaysians in this bout. Everything in readiness. Bout number 1, day 4, ready to get underway. Malaysian taking on the Kazakh boxer. Should be an interesting one. We had quite a few close bouts yesterday. Yeah, expecting all the bouts, give us a thrilling experience.
Good luck.
Mukit from Kazakhstan just sprinted to the center of the ring.
Enthusiasm, plenty of it. Training hard for years, months. Bukit in red and Halari representing Malaysia in red, in blue in fact, immediately cornering the opponent.
You see the pressure from the jab from the Kazakhstan boxer, and some hard body shots.
No slaps.
Taking his southpaw stand, stance to good advantage. Working the jab, enters the zone, delivering another body punch.
He's starting real fast. Mukit from Kazakhstan in red. Red is starting real aggressive.
Pressing forward, impressive footwork. There you go, front foot pressure. Malaysian trying to get few punches land. Another one to the side of the head. Won't be a score, presumably.
That was a good body punch from the man in red. The southpaw as well, so he's looking to hit that backhand. He has greater leverage for that backhand. The straight cross.
So important, working your angle right. Mukit from Kazakhstan, right from the start of this bout. Get his angle right. Getting his opponent in line so he can pretty much target every part of the body. Surprisingly, that's the count. No, it wasn't. Beg your pardon.
Blue, no holding. Stop! Stop! Blue, no holding. Box.
Strict warning from the referee for holding from blue. And as you can see, red gets that 2 right through the pipe. He's measuring his distance, and it's only 2 minutes past the first round, and he has already landed his mark with that.
Break. Step back. Box.
With staying stand back, conduct the bout according to his command. Pressing forward, jab to good effect. Lot to like about these Kazakh boxers. Physicality, muscle mass. We've spoken about it off air. Which about the class? Oh, another one upstairs. A powerful one. The first count.
3, 4, 5.
That's the first round.
6, 7, 8.
It was a backhand hook. He hit it with his left hand. He shot a hook over from the top.
Wasn't all that powerful, but very sharp. That's what matters in this format, in these 3-round bouts. Excellent first round for the Kazakh boxer Mukti. Another contender, maybe. You know, immediately us at the combox, whenever we hear the name Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, you know, gets us excited. Bits of everything. Malaysian landing couple of punches, always good to see.
It's not, you see, if the fight goes on like this,
Red, no slips.
I was saying if
No holding.
red starts connecting as much as he does, this fight will not go the distance.
We've seen the break, the minute, clearly had positive effect on a couple of fighters yesterday. Malaysian hopefully trying to replicate what his fellow boxer showcased yesterday against the Kazakh boxer. He was too constantly pressurizing the opponent. Jab.
But watch that Tamika Red. He's so good. His distance, his technique, his guard, his timing,
Head up.
his movement is so fluent. That's a beautiful backhand. He shoots it with no worries. And his timing is just
Impeccable.
No holding.
I was about to say his timing, you know, you spoken about as we speak. Couple of punches, constantly moving forward,
No,
and powerful left
Red. No.
to the body.
Box.
That was too low. That was the referee trying to indicate. Oh, powerful one, right into the face.
he's really landing the mark there.
6, 7, 8. Box.
He's really landing the mark there. Tamika, I think he's he has the opportunity to stop his opponent, and I think he will, because these Kazakhstan boxers, they all fight.
As we go through the highlights, we are starting to figure out why these efficient boxers are winning punch after punch. Malaysian running out of answers.
He's found his rhythm now. He's found his rhythm, and I think he's so loose.
Red. No. Understand? Box.
He's not giving Blue a chance to come in. He's not giving him a single chance.
Out of sorts, empty mind. Another couple, excellent combination. Almost the third count. You can see the grim look in his face. He's like got lost in the jungle,
Punches up, Red. Punches
trying
up.
to
No,
figure
no,
out what to
blue.
do. So that's not the right situation. That's not the right mental status to be in the middle of the fight. Hopefully, the minute break will help him.
I think he's gonna finish it. I think he has a chance to finish it in this 10 seconds. Wow.
If you can remember, yesterday we predicted a couple of bouts would end in the second round or maybe in the first round. Both of them went the distance, so I'm expecting this one to go the distance. So that's the end of the second round. There you go, powerful, sharp punches landing upstairs constantly. You know, these slow-mo replays giving us an idea why these Kazakh boxers are so dominant. Footwork, pressure, technique. Brilliant boxing, whichever way you describe it. What a wonderful tournament. Under 22 and Youth Asian Boxing Championship 2025. Live pictures coming your way on PEO Sports right throughout the tournament. The Malaysian boxer, understandably looking anxious. Kazakhstan is the coaching staff. I mean, they must be doing something very, very special to build up,
Please, coach.
you know, coming up, bringing up these youngsters who are so talented.
Definitely. It's a little, maybe too much
Okay. Boxer.
Vaseline in the face of the man in blue. And here we go. Final round, third and final round. Will Red get his stoppage, or will Blue from Malaysia go the distance?
It almost like the Kazakh boxer Mukti got, you know, sensor system within his mind. There you go, one landed upstairs, powerful jab, and working through the middle section, getting through the guard. Malaysian pretty much trying to evade each and every punch.
Blue. No step.
That one too low.
Box.
Just like that, working the body.
Clean punch. No slaps.
Straight left
One.
landed.
Count
Red. Slaps. Box.
one for open glove. And Red is just
He got 2 minutes to go.
Red is in his comfort zone now. He's got the distance, and that's where he wants to be. He wants to be inside. And you see blood pouring out of the nose of Blue as well.
Time. Time, please.
For the combination, and just to get it off, they are giving him the medical attention to clean up his nose.
Time was called, but
Just over 1 minute remaining. Malaysian, can he hold up against a barrage of punches by very proficient Kazakh boxer Mukti?
oh, that's over. That was a count. That was a clear count.
2,
The combination.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Will he give him another chance?
Box.
He did. It's the final one.
No slips, Red. No slips.
Red is just digging
Head
inside,
up, Blue.
Uppercut landed.
and he is stalking him. 3 counts in. Wow. Oh, devastating.
Perfect uppercut left. Oof. Flurry of punches. I mean, just as I mentioned during the second round, running out of answers, running out of ideas,
That was a
empty-minded.
devastating punch from Red, and he.
Head up,
I
keep
think
your head up.
he's going for it. You see, not even a sigh of tiredness from the emotions of Red. It's not. He's not even breathing hard, Damika. Can you see that?
Incredible cardio.
Fight is over.
We've spoken about it. Went the distance. So Malaysian.
He didn't go the distance.
Deserved-
They stopped the fight. He stopped the fight. The referee stopped the fight just 10 seconds before the clock.
Just about even more, even less than 10 seconds. But whichever the case,
Yeah.
Malaysian almost went the distance.
He almost
Interesting
did.
fight.
Oh. He just finished it actually, I think it was at the 4th second. That's a good show by the man in red.
Remember, Mukti is coming. He's eyeing the top prize. I have no doubt.
You know, but one thing I noticed with Mukti from Kazakhstan, he was so composed. Even when he hurt his opponent, he didn't rush. He was so steady, calm. So he showed real character. This young man from Kazakhstan. Wow, great combinations. And look at him, Damika. Not even a heartbeat skip. He's just like he went to a park.
Amazing. We were spoken off air about, few fighters. They were breathing very heavily after the first round itself. But this man, he just like gone through half a round.
Yeah, that
fresh,
combination.
energetic, and given us an indication that he could go,
Another fight.
absolutely. Just as he's saying, bring it.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malabar Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
And we have Sri Lanka participating for this bout.
Muhammad Azhar. This is 67 kg, bout number 2, coming your way.
Number 2 for the day, ladies and
You're already starting to see crowd building up in support. Just about all the teams have landed now.
Sri Lanka.
So, fights coming thick and fast.
Arvind Gafu.
Here walks in Samin Gafoor, the man in red from representing Sri Lanka, mother country. So
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Tajikistan, Muhammad Suzoro.
When we were talking about very little is known about these fighters. These fighters are amateurs coming up through the ranks. As the tournament progresses, we pretty much build up a profile for each fighter and understanding which are their stronger area and which are their weaknesses. This man got the height. It's about 6'2". your thought on overall arrangement? You must have seen quite a few boxing tournaments throughout your life, but taking a look at these arrangements, what's your take?
Well, it's very different, Damika, and as it's hosted by the IBA, it's so different with the international fighters coming in. It looks like it's a great event, and as you can see, there's a huge height difference and a reach difference between our opponent.
Second, we had a Sri Lankan fighting against a very tall Kazakh boxer. He pretty much working his jam and with his jab, in fact, and dominated the fight against much shorter, but fairly evenly matched. Just about, reach advantage goes to the Tajik's boxer in blue, immediately trying to get himself busy. The advantage of having, the reach, you can keep your dangerous opponent away.
Great job from Sri Lanka. He is covering that gap.
Very fast left hand, constantly working. Lovely.
He's doing a great job here. I like how he's hitting down, because to cover that gap, he hit down and he'll shoot up. He'll hit down and shoot up. Good combination from Red.
Much better fight. Way more competitive. Haza from Sri Lanka against a very tall Tajik's fighter, Sultanov. Now he's getting busy and delivers a straight punch right through the middle.
Exchanging in the corner. And let's hope for Sri Lanka to land a big punch and intimidate his opponent from coming in. That's what we're hoping for. Come on, Sri Lanka.
Haza getting himself busy. I like his left hook. Getting low and eating a punch in the process. Sultanov backing off.
Blue is just trying his best to come in, and I see that Sri Lanka has already set his tone and given his place, taken his place in the ring.
In comparison to the other fighter who fought a very tall opponent, this young man Haza, he's very keen on staying low and working the lower body.
Yes,
midsection, and from time to time rising up, delivering his left hook just like a spitting cobra.
He is setting his dominance in the ring, and he is not giving the man in blue the chance to push him back like they want to.
Oh, lovely.
That's a great punch.
Leaning forward. Left. Landed straight through.
He's doing a great job.
Right.
He's doing a great job, Damika, the man in red. He is not giving blue the chance to get in.
Started to wonder if he's getting tired all too quickly, but his work rate, brilliant. Ring IQ, even better. Working the opponent to the side. To the rope. Oh, lovely. Once again, working the body.
That's good work from Sri Lanka. Come on. That's great work from the man in red.
What a round. What a round. The best round we had all day.
Yes. He did not give the man in blue the chance to push him back. That we clearly saw, and that's some great work from Sri Lanka. As you can see, the man in blue is a little bit tired.
In comparison to the previous bout, both the fighters breathing very, very heavily. Upstairs, excellent work rate. Left landed for the Tajik's boxer.
You know, in the beginning of the round, the man in blue just...
Oh, I like that. I like his left hand.
The man in blue just tried to...
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
The theory, you need to mutilate your opponent by way of counter-attack. This man, Haza, quite clearly ready to take up the challenge. The other one landed upstairs.
What a great punch. He is really covering that distance, Damika. That's a great job from the man in red from Sri Lanka. he would hit down and shoot up. That's a great combination, and it's working well.
He's ready to take one and immediately goes up with his powerful left hook and the jab. Oh, really nice right to the body. Another one landed, if I'm not mistaken. Constantly getting back, get in, get out, get in, get out. That maneuver certainly working better for Azar. Sultanov under a little bit of pressure now.
The man in red, he's got good fundamentals.
Previous exchanges, powerful right. Landed for Sultanov.
He keeps connecting with that backhand, the straight two.
Stop.
You can remember
Listen,
to wrap up the day yesterday. I had the privilege of speaking to the president of Asian Boxing Confederation. He likes Sri Lanka's attitude. He called it a fight like warriors. I like that.
Stop. 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 Box.
Sri Lanka is looking a little bit, he's breathing a little bit hard, but I don't think that it's going to stop this boy from doing what he has to do.
The judges, they are looking at every aspect, looking at every facet. Ring IQ, pressure, control, and on top of it, punches landed, legality. Everything comes to mind. Azar, very good, leaning forward.
He is not going back. He is going forward. He is taking his place, and he's fighting like a hungry lion right now. His banyan, his shot, the band is not visible, so
it's got to be visible. That's the indication.
For low blow.
You can't go below that.
Ooh, there we go again. That's a good connect from the man in red. Sri Lanka is doing a great job here, and he's setting his pace. He's making it a rough fight for the man in blue. He's not giving it.
In comparison to all contestants from Sri Lanka, this young man seems to be the one who got amazing cardio. Keep pressing. Does he even a couple of punches, couple of powerful ones, not deterred. That's what I like.
And that's the end of the second round. That's another great round from Sri Lanka, pushing his opponent back and landing his combinations. Great job from Sri Lanka. And as you can see, the man in blue's head down. He seems to be a little bit discouraged, and Sri Lanka is communicating with his coaches in the corner.
Sanjeev Dasanayak has spoken to us a little while ago, assistant coach, together with Amila Ravinda, working as hard as possible. It's a huge responsibility, isn't it? So many facets.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Maliban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
Giving the best advice they can to get this last round into the book.
Based on their body language, you know, the expectation level is going up. And can't say anything different for us here. We're expecting the same. Round three, a decisive one, without a doubt.
It's really nice how Sri Lanka has really got the mark with that body shot and shoots up, down and sends it up. He's really got it there.
Very bright start to the third round. Kept working his left jab, keeping the distance and leaning forward, landing at least 1-2. Once again missing. That one landed for the Kazakh boxer, the taller fellow.
Ooh, great pressure from Sri Lanka and good attempts, combination attempts. There we go. That's another 1-2. Another 1-2 there. Another 2. Pushing his opponent back.
He's quite clearly not afraid to read the fire zone.
Stop.
1-2 combination,
Step back.
left jab. He's a technical fighter. Very sound, isn't it?
He's just textbook. Good guard, good footwork, and 1-2 combinations.
Stop.
Straight
I like his
puncher.
bravery. I like his attitude.
Box.
Everything to like about. Definitely a young man with a very bright future in boxing.
Yes, he's looking strong. He's looking like he has heart.
2 landed for Sultanov. Sultanov quite clearly knows that he's underdone during first 2 rounds. Now he's trying to wind up
Box.
on that aspect, taken that aspect into consideration. Also should be a little careful. I wouldn't mind him getting his guard up a little bit for the final stage of this fight. He's keep moving. That's the instruction. That's his game plan. Both landed there.
Both looking a little bit winded with all the activity. It's close to the final half of the last round, so
Sultanov, Azar not letting him feel comfortable, constantly pressurizing, moving forward, left jab, getting 1-2 combination. Right hook, just missed. He probably felt the cold air in front of his face.
he needs to be a little bit more defensive as he goes in, or he needs to go in with more combinations. There we go. There we go. And he needs to throw in there.
Stop.
Ooh. That's the end of the final round.
Which means the timing we had on the screen wasn't accurate. There was 1.04 remaining on screen. We'll get that sorted out as quickly as possible. Bright future, whichever the result, I can tell you, I'm impressed.
Facing a high-level competition, Tajikistan.
Unanimous decision is blue corner, Sultanov Muhammad Sultan representing
That is
Tajikistan.
Unfortunate decision, a unanimous decision, but
As they say, what matters, the judges calling it unanimous. Whichever the case, fantastic bout. Sri Lankans, they can keep their hopes alive, definitely in the future. I think during the 3rd round he sealed the deal. He was landing his rights and lefts. Wasn't hard, but sharp. Just probably
Referee Nepal.
must have taken the attention of the referees. And
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Fighting from the red corner, representing Kuwait, Abdulaziz Bohaiman.
Kuwaiti boxer in action for the first time. Saudis, they've done well. Kuwaiti, no doubt, trying to follow the same footstep. 67 kg bout. Abdulaziz and Bohaiman.
walking with a strong looking physique. Looking confident as well. The man in red.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Sultan
Tudali from Kazakhstan, Sultan Tudali. They've been constantly producing high quality fighters. I have no doubt this is one of them, Sultan Tudali. He's ready to take up the challenge, just 17 years old. Just imagine. Just imagine.
Whenever they walk into the ring in Damika, each and every one of them, they always look prepared. They always look like they're ready.
I mean, during the tour wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, get some consultation from their coaching staff. You know, every little detail, every little thing matters when it comes to boxing. What suits us, we can take and embrace and move forward.
They're just the age of 17 and 18, but the way they walk like such, with such posture and strength. They don't look like the average 17, 18-year-old.
Definitely, his calm demeanor, look in his eyes, immediately gives me an impression that he's a pro, but far away from being a pro. But he's in the right path, he's in the right track.
And this victory is going to take him up there to the marks of the pro, of being a pro. And as you can see, the man in blue, standing tall with a longer reach. He's got a lot of reach against his opponent from red.
Time.
Abdulaziz
Round 1.
in red, representing Kuwait. Sultan in blue, representing Kazakhstan. Lineup of outstanding boxers, be it male or female.
Immediately I see the power in red. He's got good leverage with his punches.
The secret, another southpaw.
He's looking for a big punch, the man in red.
You're trying to, maintain the distance, creating avenues to land a couple of punches. One landed to the body.
That was a good counter punch from red.
Abdulaziz is the one pressing forward.
He's doing a great job.
On his right foot. Both in the inside the fire zone.
Kuwait is doing a great job. He is the one who is pressing his opponent forward. And that's a good counter from red. He's got great timing, and I see a big difference with this young man in red.
I'd say touch too early.
Once again, he just caught him with that hook coming in. He's a southpaw, the man in red.
He likes to work his powerful side, the left side.
And here comes
Left hook there
Kazakhstan.
over the top. That one pretty much, providing a little bit of breeze in front of his face.
And here comes Blue with the pressure. Trying to push his opponent back. That's what he's trying to do now. And he's getting a lead there. Ooh, good counter from Blue.
Just probably, Sultan, taken a minute and a half to measure what's on offer.
I see that Sultan has got a bigger hang of the round now, and he's setting his mark, and the man in red is kind of swinging and missing now.
We've seen that from just about all the winners. Getting himself busy.
He's
to the
getting
body
his mark.
and goes to the upper body. That one was missing. Over the top. Right counter by Sultan.
He has already set the tone, and that's the end of the first round.
Based on what we've seen during the first round, we can pretty much expect a very, very close one. That's what I'm expecting. At the beginning of the bout, doesn't matter where you're from, with whom you're fighting, deliver your best, empty your tanks. That's what I'm looking for.
Red came in strong. Red from Kuwait came in, he started it with some control, but the tone changed halfway through the round.
You know what, Yazas?
And they're
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
How judges see it. They are just looking at punches. They are considering so many factors.
The round was given to Sultan, as you can see on the scorecards. Kazakhstan.
Round 2.
Abdullah says, trying to apply a little bit of pressure. Southpaw boxer. Or winding it up over the top. Missing. Sultan looks fairly comfortable in comparison to the first bout. Pressing forward. Just like that.
Oh. Just in between a good combination.
It's very fast, Sultan. You know, you need a Hawkeye to spot.
You know, Damika, they don't hit one punch. They'll hit 4, 5 combinations inside. You'll never see it coming. It comes down, up from under, from around. It comes from all over.
We are quite keen on watching the opponent's head goes back, and that's how we pretty much realizing, you know, legal punch, sharp punch.
One thing we do know is that there's no way you're going to tire out these Kazakh boxers. Their condition is on point.
Incredible. Incredible. I'm thinking of during the break, go to their coaching staff and asking them, what are you guys eating?
They run through a great routine of training, everything implied from nutrition to mainly their training. And they take them in from such a young age. You see, he has no loss of breath. He's breathing just normal.
We hardly seen any Central Asian boxer, you know, ran out of gas during a bout. You know, always gives us an impression that they are ready for even 12-round bout. Classic example, the first bout, after 3 rounds, he's looked fresh enough to take 3 more rounds.
He has got, Sultan has got Red out of his game plan, and now Red is just swinging, and he doesn't, it seems like he does not see where the punches are coming from, and he can't reach him. Oh, that's a great combination from Blue.
That's what I've been telling you. If you're a smart man, you won't bet against Kazakh boxers.
He's caught him in a corner. Oh. You can see it from the body language that Kuwait is already feeling the pressure. Like he's almost letting it go.
Busy, busy, busy. That's the name of the game in the second round for the Kazakh boxer, Sultan.
So many punches connecting. So many. Oh. And the leverage, you see? Nothing too much. No leaning forward, no jumping, no leaping, nothing. Just rotating those hips.
In short, outstanding.
Stop!
Oh, dominant round.
Dominant round.
Look at the way he's walking. Nonchalant.
He's just so relaxed. Great composure.
Oh, lovely. He just about did everything he wanted. Looking at the uppers, looking at the body, delivers one. Then immediately, both the upstairs and landing. Accuracy, excellent.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
A funny game. It's all up to the judges.
The second round was also given to Kazakhstan. As you can see on the scorecards.
So now we are starting to get the hang of it, aren't we?
Stop! Blue! What?
But it's so clear, right, Damika? Just watching it, it's clear we can just see that Sultan from blue, the man from Kazakhstan, he's setting his tone. He's comfortable. He's relaxed.
You know, when you're assessing what we've seen so far, the judges, they're very keen on who's applying, more pressure, who's in control. These Kazakh boxers, right from the word go, in control, too powerful, landed right in the face.
That's a great combination. 2-3-2. All three landed. Snapped the head back off Red. I thought that would be a count there.
Boxers taking part in this tournament eventually graduate into compete in the elite round. You must have heard about it. A very competitive tournament conducted by Asian Boxing Confederation. And after that, go for bigger things. This man, Sultan, definitely got what it takes to reach the top.
Red, holding.
Because you must have seen quite a few boxers when they are run out of gas, run out of thoughts, just go for flurry of punches, getting them tired all too easily. We've seen none of it from all the Kazakh boxers. They're always pressurizing the opponent, but they were never under pressure. That's something to look out for. The thought process, feel confident about your game plan. Go out there, do whatever you want.
Red is looking tired, and Blue is just trying to... Oh, what a combination. That's a 6-punch combination.
His left is to open up the avenue. The right to get a powerful punch landed just like that. Excellent round.
Stop! Right.
I'm starting to feel for Abdulaziz. Taken quite a beating.
He's breathing hard, but he's going down on his shield. He's doing his best.
Right, holding.
Body language says you can't lie.
Stop!
Knees going down, shoulders down, out of sort. Empty mind. He's just going through the motions, nothing more than that.
Stop!
And that's the end of the third round. The fight goes to decision.
I thought quality fighter. He must be pleased, must be relieved. That was constant barrage of punches and severe punishment.
That was great experience for him as well, because most of the fighters were stopped by anyone who faced Kazakhstan was stopped before the fight ended, before the 3 rounds ended. So it was great effort that he got through the 3 rounds.
We have another Sri Lankan lady competing in the final bout. So if Sri Lankans are listening, you can come and support them. Just a formality, isn't it, Sultan? Dominant fighter, another one to watch out. Quite a few of them, very strong squad. Just about every weight class, whoever participate had the upper hand.
But don't forget, the Kazakhstan boxer lost to a 48-kilogram fighter. Don't forget that. And I think he made history. And
you and I were, off air talking about it. Until we get the official confirmation, I'm thinking...
With nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Maliban NutriFix cereal bars. The energy style for the youth lifestyle.
He clearly did it, and it was so clear how we beat him. It was a great fight, Damika. I watched the fight yesterday as well. I was so amazed by how he was fighting. Wow.
When you're up against the best
from the red corner, representing
destined for greatness. Hopefully, that young lad worked hard, get his game plan sorted out, come up with winning performances. Representing Kyrgyzstan, another very strong looking
Fighting
fighter.
from the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Bekharis Nurbuhan.
Now after a while, it's a Central Asian affair. Kazakhstan taking on Kyrgyzstan. Should be a close one. Both the boxers looks prepared, looks confident. Kazakhstan delivering greatness right throughout the tournament. And Kyrgyzstan, can they come up with a challenging performance? This comes under youth category, that's why they are wearing the headgear. This is a combination of youth and under 22 category, youth category up to 18 years, 19 to 22, that's under 22 category. Two categories mixed up.
And if you're fighting over 18 at the senior level, you don't wear headgear. So they have headgear because they're fighting for the youth.
3 previous bouts belongs to under 22 category. This one comes under youth category. Take a look at him. 18 years. My goodness. Gives me the impression that he's ready to take on 22-year-old.
Once again, Kazakhstan has the reach and the height advantage.
Bekharis taking on Arvas.
And he is starting with that jab. Always. Southpaw. Both are southpaws, actually.
Even more interesting.
The man in red is looking strong. Like he has some heavy punches loaded up.
It's about having a radar system inside your mind to gauge, what sort of a distance you should maintain when you're taking on a very proficient fighter. They are quite possibly looking at, 2 boxers with very bright futures.
Yes, they both look so disciplined with the sport, and they look great with their footwork and their guard and their punches. The movement is for 17, 18 years old. Wow.
Oh, one landed for Arvaz. Quite clearly. The left. He likes to use the left.
The left hook, yes. Devastating punch. It landed right on his head. And he's pushing him back. He's pushing Kazakhstan back, the man in red. He's strong, the man in red.
It's been a bit of a mismatch when it comes to Central Asians taking on the boxers from other parts of the continent, especially Sri Lankans, Indians, Malaysians. They've tasted defeat in the hands of very proficient Kazakh boxers. He's one of them quite clearly. Bekharis and Arvaz, toe to toe.
He's giving the man in blue trouble. Arvaz from red is not letting the man from Kazakhstan take his place in the ring. And it's the end of the first round, and he's still in control, as we can see. He's got the jab in front of him. And it's pushing him back.
Oh, that's lovely. He's gazing at the top, working the lower body. There you go. Outstanding.
He's got a lot of power in his hands, the man in red. You can see that. He's a strong guy.
Stop!
Ooh. That was a strong round for red. And he did not let
You're probably
Blue take
right.
his place.
You're probably right. Started off Kazakh boxer trying to work out his game plan. Midway through, there you go. Early stages. Then Arwas coming back really strong. Lovely jab, working the body. Then goes the upstairs. One landed for Arwas.
But we can't say what will exactly happen because there's more time. And it seems like...
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
I'm asking you that question for the first time in the tournament. Yeah, maybe, just maybe in for a split decision.
The man in red, he looks like he's breathing a little hard, but if anything that will slow him down, it will be his condition.
I really love the ability of both the boxers to gouge what sort of a distance they should be maintaining. It's something automatic, isn't it? Something autopilot.
No, the red. Red, no,
Red is not connecting as much. A lot of punches are missing, so that's discouraging if you keep missing.
In ball boxing, that's something we've been witnessing. Powerful boxers always relying on power.
You see this, the man in blue from Kazakhstan, he's so elusive and he has great defense. He moves his feet and he moves his head.
The first round maybe even Steven, but the second round quite clearly working in favor of Bekaris.
Yes, he seems to be like he's starting to catch his rhythm now. They all seem to have that same game plan, you know, the Kazakhstan fighters.
There's no doubt. So clear the zone, enter the zone, get in, get out.
Even when he's on the back foot, he's still active. He's throwing punches.
That's when he's inviting the opponent to come pressing forward, and he's ready for powerful counter.
No holding.
It looks like the man in blue is getting his rhythm in now. And red looks like he's going off his game plan. It looks
Absolutely.
Like
he's marching forward.
Hands down, faces open, so... Oh, that's another connect from blue to red. And blue is starting to set his tone. Red is swinging hard. Hands down though, which is not a good idea.
Not worried about keeping their guard up, allowing ample opportunities for Bekaris to work the body and the upstairs. Constant barrage of punches. The accuracy as the fight progresses increasing.
Red is breathing hard right now. He's taking deep breaths in.
Excellent boxing. This is by far the most competitive bout today. Taking the two previous days into consideration, perhaps the most entertaining fight.
Red is breathing hard in his corner, and blue walked composed, steady to his corner, and he sat down very gently.
Confidence. That's one way of describing that I feel confident about myself.
But you see, Red is giving Blue trouble. So Blue is just trying to figure out his rhythm. That's
with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
He swings.
I think that's tend to happen. That's almost inevitable. You know, trying hard, so many punches, none of them landing. Eventually, you get tired. Your reckless approach, taking the accuracy out of the window.
Red's looking tired walking in. He's breathing hard.
Round 3.
Arwaz and Bekar is still anybody's game.
It's a good jab from the man in blue. He's setting his tone now, pushing the man, pushing Red back with his combinations. He is having a constant bounce on his feet, and the activity is one for open glove.
You and I were talking about relying on power. He needs to rely on his power and come up with a knockout. If he is to stand any chance of securing this bout, it's running out of him.
Yeah, but those chances are so slim, Dhamika, when it comes to boxing. With power, you see, his power is not going to connect because he doesn't have the endurance to be precise with his power. So without that precision, he's unable to land, and this is what you're seeing right now. His hands are down and he's getting hit with punches.
Precision and finesse, very much part of the boxing.
Precision beats power. So in order to have precision, you need to have that endurance. You can't be sloppy and tired in front of your opponent.
I'm sure when you're taking up a very tough opponent, your eyes gazed up, your vision isn't all that clear, especially after taking a barrage of punches. So many aspects to consider boxing. That's why it's such a great game.
Such a good jab from Blue. He snaps that jab. Oh, that's a devastating hook.
No holding. Back. No holding, Red. No holding.
Arwaz, he seems to be given up, going through the motions, and Bekar is still very, very busy. Left jab, followed by the right hook. Both fighters goes to the clinch. Take a look at it. The body language you mentioned quite correctly. Running out of gas. Arwaz.
They're both though looking really real tired because the man in red is not giving up as well. He doesn't want to give the fight, but Blue is almost in an autopilot mode where he's just on muscle memory right now. He knows what to do. It seems like he knows what to do.
That's what we call going through the motions. We say with the case. Excellent fight. I thoroughly enjoyed every moment.
That was a tough fight for both of them, and as you can see, even the man in blue seems like he had a challenge in front of him.
This is what these guys got. Age 18. What can we expect? Destined for greatness. That's what I'm thinking. Interesting decision coming up. I'm leaning towards the blue corner.
Yes. I think the decision will be given to blue. They're both looking with hope for the victory, confidence from both fighters, eagerly waiting for the decision.
Unanimous for blue. That's my call.
They both look so determined to get that victory, and their work and their performance shows it all, proved it all.
The winner of this bout by points, split decision is red corner, Ahmadi Arvas representing Kyrgyzstan.
Oh my goodness. We were hoping for the first split decision bout in the day. We got it. But we were proven absolutely wrong. Whichever the case, Arvas now very proudly moving on to the second round. His power, end of the day, working in his favor.
He's a strong guy. He gave everything he had. He didn't give it easy for Kazakhstan.
Very entertaining fight. Best of the day for me. For bouts to come.
Great job.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Russia. Judge 2, Kazakhstan. Judge 3, Kyrgyzstan. Judge 4, Tajikistan. Judge 5, IBA Pakistan.
Fighting from the red corner, representing IBA India, Yash Kumar. Fighting from the blue corner, representing IBA Iraq, Hussein Ahmad Al-Suraidi.
Here we go, under 81 kilograms. India. Yash Kumar in red. And Iraq in blue, Hussein Ahmad.
I think this is the first time that Iraq fighters come to the ring.
These are big boys, Rodrigo. You can expect fireworks.
Yeah, it looks really big in this way.
Head up. No back head, no low blow, no holding. Listen to me.
Final instructions from the referee.
Here we go for the first round started.
Round 1.
Head up, blow.
And big punches in the beginning of the round itself. Both coming in strong.
Yeah, as you can see, both fighters got some really big physiques.
Head up, blow.
That was a good punch connected from India.
Stop. Red, head up. No, head up.
He has taken the lead and he's quite a nice puncher. That was a nice jab from Yash.
No, hold it. Stop. Blue, head up. Back.
I think there are a couple inches of benefit for the Yash in height.
They're both trying to set the distance.
Blue, come here. No, listen to me. Head up.
Both counted the distance between them and they're trying to take the vicious shot.
Head up. Come this side.
Blue is getting one for dropping his head. Another.
Red.
I think he'll take a point out of
Head up.
Blue. He took a point off. You can't make that mistake when you box. You can't drop your
Blue,
head
listen to me. Head up.
for safety reasons. So.
So the brutal punches hit the back of head. It must be a critical damage to the boxer.
Oh yeah, you can't throw punches behind the head. So. Everything in front of the ear. Just when a good set of punches were coming out of red.
Check it.
The referee calls time, and I think it's an issue with the head guard. And here they go again. It's 45 seconds.
The fighter took the lead and it was a nice jab right in the Sudani.
Head up, break. Break.
Both fighters are really big boys, huh?
Throwing heavy punches, but a few missed, a couple missed, couple more that's being missed.
Head up, red. Head up, blue.
But as you can see, India, the man in red, has a little bit more of an advantage. Blue's actually having a small issue with his head guard as well.
Yeah, it's an advantage of a couple of inches for the bro. Red boxer took the jab from right into the blue's face, and he's a quite nice puncher. Both fighters punching heavily.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Man in red.
Seconds out.
Here we go for the second round.
Time. Blue, head up.
The referee warns him already before the fight starts to keep his head up.
Red fighter took the lead and he's quite leaning forward to throw punches.
They're both throwing really heavy punches. Iraq is...
Both fighters have their pounds in their physique, you know.
No holding. Break.
Both fighters look tired in the second round.
Head up, blue.
The fighter is quite right arm puncher. He's throwing some right arm hooks and jabs.
That was a good body punch inside from red. A good uppercuts. He's pushing his opponent back and making it really physical.
Head up, blue. Stop. Come this.
Again, maybe
Blue. Head up. Head
he
up.
warns again.
Box.
The referee gives him another warning. But red is being very physical. He is getting inside.
Red is always taking the lead and he's getting inside of the blues circle.
Strong guard from the man in red.
Blue fighter is always keeping his guards up. Red is
That's a good punch.
searching for a place.
Oh, that's another good combination.
Head up, blue.
This 80 kilogram weight category, there's immense power in their punches.
Box.
Both fighters have to bear their punches to each other.
Good punch from, good 1-2 from red.
Head up, red. Stop.
Man is ready, he's always taking the lead and he's going right into the opponent's circle.
I think he's going to take another point off. Oof. That's 10 seconds of the second round.
Head up.
And that's the end of the second round.
In this weight category, we can't expect that quirky moves, but the heavy punches.
Well, you know, I'm really interested to see the Kazakhstan fighter from the same weight category because I saw him in the back.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Oh boy, you know,
I'm excited to see how he would move.
Yeah.
Because like you said, these two fighters are not that quick, not twitchy, more flat-footed. Combinations are not as
Head up, blue.
it was with the lower weight categories. And here we go, third round.
We go for the third round.
They're fast.
Both fighters look some tiredness in their faces. They're breathing heavily.
Stop. Not that, okay? Back. Up there. Box. Head up, red.
Strong guard from the man in red. None of those punches got through.
It is nice, a quiet boxer. He's throwing punches. He's always reminding to keep his guard up.
But you know, the man in red, he's using his size to his advantage. He would hit the punch, and if by any chance Blue would drop his head down, he would put the weight of his hands and push him even lower.
Yeah, yes, you're right.
He's using those those little tricks. Oh, strong guard. Unable to break through the guard of red.
Box is searching for the place to reach to his body, but Red is keeping his high guard always, and it's a strong guard.
Stop.
He's strong.
Blue. Don't put that down.
Blue is trying everything he can. Not giving up.
Blue.
Great body punch.
Hard put shots from Red to Blue.
Stop.
thing I like Red is not always targeting the head, that he's always trying everywhere he can punch. The body shots.
The body shots are very important. It's underrated, but I would say that the body shots are some of the best punches to throw in boxing, because they would tie you down, and if it connects well, you could finish the fight. Because if it's a kidney punch, or if something happens to a rib, or you hit the solar plexus, it changes the whole mood of the game.
It's really painful to bear them, that one kind of rib is going to be hurt, and kidneys, and like you said.
And even if it does not hurt you, it will surely slow you down. It takes the oxygen out of it. That is a punch, and that's a count. A straight right. He led with it. He started with it. Straight through the pipe.
7, 8.
The man in blue is bleeding from his nose.
Strong guard from Red. Blue is unable to get through that strong guard. Great work from these big guys.
These big boys do a great job in that ring. Huh?
Great job from India. And we go to the judges' scorecards. Let's see who will take the victory.
The Red Box is kind of big boy, but his shots, the body shots are kind of critical shots.
The winner of this bout by points, unanimous decision. Red corner, Yash Kumar representing IPA India.
You let me know.
Officials.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Judge 2, Slovakia. Judge 3, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Judge 4, New Zealand. Judge 5, Romania.
Fighting from the red corner, representing Kazakhstan, Nursultan Kistovan.
And here we have with us Mr. Priyanta Malavi joining us. Good afternoon to Mr. Priyanta. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, viewers. We come to the penultimate bout of the evening under 86 kilograms weight category. In the red corner we have
fighting from the blue corner, representing Tajikistan, Rostom Mamatponen.
Nursultan would be the red corner and Rostom will be the blue corner. Boxers are from the former Soviet bloc, and generally the boxers from the Soviet bloc are fairly well prepared and quite adequate. They used to formerly box in the European region, but after the breakup of the Soviet Union, some of the countries like Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, they have come on to the Asian region, and they pose a challenge to the basic Asian boxers like from India, Philippines, Thailand, Burma, those countries.
Yes, Mr. Brianta, as you said, they all have that similar style. The Russians and Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, they have that loose, elusive style with that footwork and combinations, pressure, pressure, pressure. They'll always be on your face. So this is a very interesting bout that we are going to witness now.
The referee for this bout is Mr. Veerasena from Sri Lanka.
Box.
And here we go, round one.
Round one gets underway.
As you can see, Blue has the reach advantage. He's long and tall.
Basically, the tactics should be a taller boxer has the reach advantage, and his job would be to keep the opponent out and not to indulge in infighting. At the moment, they had a little infighting exchange.
And as you can see, Red is trying to get inside that reach, and he's almost succeeding to get some good punches inside.
This will be a very key bout from these two boxers from the former Soviet area.
Mr. Priyanth, what do you think about this pace? They have already thrown up to 40 punches.
Yes, they are set a very fast pace, as you say. It all depends how they can maneuver the 3 rounds, because these are 3 rounds of 3 minutes each, which is the adult time period. Earlier, the schoolboys used to fight about 1.5 minutes.
And he gets a count, the man in red. Yeah. A straight punch.
Got a good punch, and
5.
The referee is giving him a standing mandatory count.
8. Box.
He's covering the gap, Mr. Priyanth.
Yeah.
The man in red is just walking in with head movement, combinations, breaking the reach that Blue has in his advantage.
Blue is trying hard to keep the opponent at bay, but Nustan is coming forward and taking the fight to him. And he is scoring with few body blows, as you can see, and to the head.
He's putting
body
some
and head.
Hard pressure from the man in red from Kazakhstan. He's not giving Blue the chance to set his pace. And that's the end of the first round. And as you can see on the scorecards, Red gets the lead in this first round. Nullifying the game plan that Blue has to keep his opponent behind the reach. Red succeeded to cover the gap, and
with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars, the energy style for the youth lifestyle.
Round 2.
Second round gets underway, and straight away Nustan is on the offensive.
Pressure
For a
from
punch to be a scoring blow, it has to be delivered with weight on the target area. On the target area, it has to be delivered with weight. Just a tap doesn't constitute a scoring blow. That's what the judges watch and they count, and that's what they put onto their score sheets. So the scoring blow is important. Blows on the arms don't constitute scoring blows.
Oh, that's another good punch from Red. He's really starting to land his
5,
cross through.
7, 8. Box.
And he's looking really much more comfortable in the beginning of the second round. Nur Sultan from Red. Mr. Priyanka, do you see that Blue is missing a lot of his punches now?
Yes, and he is not making use of his height and reach advantage. Unfortunately, it's getting nullified by Red, who is moving close and boxing tactfully.
Yes, he's taking all his benefits out. It's the head movement. It's not that he's only so strong, he's also moving his head. Oh, that's a good body shot from Red. Both fighters inside the pocket, working some body punches. Red getting the best out of it.
Nur Sultan is indulging in a little infighting, which is the tactic with a taller opponent.
He's digging into that body.
Yes, you can see body and face. He's scoring with punches to the body and face. I'm sure the referee might give another count to Rustam.
Stop.
End of round 2.
We have a look at the replay, the highlights. Oh, there we go. That was the punch that led to the count for the man in red. Came back stronger the second round, and he did a better job with taking.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Let's see what happens the third round. Will the man in red get another count and finish the fight, or will it go distance? Round 3. The man in red is looking really relaxed and confident.
Yes, he's not going flat out because I think he knows he has it sewn up.
He's almost gesturing Blue to hit him. He's like, come on, let's go.
Referee Susanta Veerasena is having a close watch on the two boxers.
Because one punch can finish it. They're strong, strong guys.
Two minutes more in this last round. Unless Rustam pulls out all his tops, I have my doubts whether he can pull it off.
That's a great combination. A hook, straight hand, a 3-2 combination.
Red cautioned.
What do you think about this fighters' movements at this weight category, Mr.
Well,
Brown?
I think they move quite well. They are quite fluid in their movements. They are not flat-footed.
And they're really big.
Of course,
and
the higher you go, the footwork gets a little less. But then Muhammad Ali was they used to say that Muhammad Ali used to go faster backwards than other boxers used to go forward. So it doesn't mean the weight only. It all depends on the flexibility and the talent and the training of a boxer. But basically, the lower weight boxers are faster.
It's a great combination from Red. Final 10 seconds of the last round. And that's the end of the bout. We go to the judges' scorecard. What do you think, Mr. Prianta? Who has the edge?
I would give my verdict to Red.
Yes, me too. He clearly did what he had to win the bout.
The winner of this bout by points, unanimous decision, is red corner, Histomi Nur Sultan representing Kazakhstan.
Red gets the victory with a unanimous decision.
He's a 17-year-old boy, seems to have a good future.
Does he look like the average 17-year-old?
Well, not on Sri Lankan standards, but maybe international standards he should.
Thank you, officials.
And we go for the final bout of the day.
Officials for bout number 18, under 60 kilograms women's weight category. Referee, Azerbaijan. Judge 1, Russia. Judge 2, Croatia. Judge 3, Kazakhstan.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars. The energy style for the youth lifestyle.
Final bout for the evening, under 60 kilograms.
Fighting from the blue corner, representing Sri Lanka, Kashigala Nalakoro.
In the red corner, Asblek Adelia from Kyrgyzstan. In the blue corner, Sasekanane Akara from Sri Lanka.
have the young lady from Sri Lanka representing our nation.
Sasekana Akkara, girl from Kandy, Sri Lanka.
Look, let. Box shot. Head up. No holding. No low blow. Okay. Good luck.
Box. Round 1.
And here we go, the first round on the way. Sri Lanka versus Kyrgyzstan.
The Kyrgyzstan girl looks more aggressive. Saseka got in right to the face, but she dropped her hand and got her left in return. She is getting lefts and rights.
She's putting the pressure on. Moving blue backwards.
She will have to outbox if she wants to win this fight, because I don't think she can slug it out with the Chariot block girls, who are definitely stronger.
Time! Pakso. Apna. Box!
The Kyrgyzstan girl is using her left and right to good effect and scoring.
Pressure in from the girl in red. She is throwing a great amount of combinations.
Stop! One.
And that's a count.
Saseka being given a mentally standing count.
5, 6, 7, 8. Box!
There's a slight difference in the footwork, Mr. Pranath. What do you think? That bounce.
Yes.
Can you see that? It's very visible. The lady in red has a great rhythm to her combinations.
End of round 1.
And as you can see, all the judges have given it in favor of girl in red. I think Sri Lanka needs to change her approach. I think she shouldn't step back as much. She needs to either slug it out or this fight might end before the distance.
Yes, she'll have to try to outbox her opponent, because by trying to slug it out, it's not going to get anywhere because the other girl is very much stronger.
Seconds out.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
One.
And it's a straight punch connected from red to blue. That snapped the head back of blue.
7, 8, box.
And the referee gives her a chance to recover. Yeah. But it's not. Fight is over, Mr. Priyanka.
Yes, I think referee decided that blue is outclassed, and to prevent any further punishment, decided to stop the fight. I think Adelia is a good bet for maybe even the gold medal. The way she boxed today, she looks gold medal material to me.
Yeah, she had it all.
Unfortunate that the Sri Lankan girl met her in the first bout.
The winner of this bout by referee stopped the contest. Winner red, Alcibit Kaisi Adelia, representing Kyrgyzstan.
Adelia gets the win, stopping her opponent in between the distance. Great effort from the girl in blue from Sri Lanka for representing our nation. But unfortunately, we fell short today. And that is...
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
So it's another day. And we hope for the remaining boxers to do a great job with a couple of remaining boxes that we have. 3 fighters already qualified from the last 3 days. And we have a couple more boxers from Sri Lanka who will perform in their first event. So we hope for the best. Once again, this event, it is the ASBC Championship held in Sri Lanka in the indoor stadium, Sugadadasa Stadium in Colombo. Everyone who's watching, please tune in and spread the word, support our country, because we have some interesting bouts coming in as well. And like I said, on the second day, the first fight that Sri Lanka had, under 48 kilograms, Sri Lankan defeated the Kazakhstan fighter, qualifying to the next round, which is a great victory. And he made history defeating the Kazakhstan fighter. And we are excited to see him perform as well. Tune in. We have, even though we had so many losses.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Important personality as far as boxing goes in the world arena.
I had the privilege of speaking to Mr. Aziz Kasambedov yesterday, and I have with me CEO and General Secretary of International Boxing Association, Mr. Chris Roberts. Welcome once again to the country. What's your take on this entire event as a whole?
Hello sir, thank you first off for having me here. It's a pleasure to be in Sri Lanka, and I'm really enjoying the competition so far. Look, this is a great accolade for Sri Lanka to have this event of this magnitude, the Asian Championships here in Colombo, and I think it's you know, the team have worked extremely hard with the President of Sri Lanka, his team, the President of Asia, Mr. Aziz, and you know, it's a real privilege to be here, and I think just everyone's buzzing about this sport, and I'm seeing it now, you know, around the hotel, around the venue, really good. So it's an important occasion, great 2 weeks of boxing, and really pleased to be here, as I mentioned before.
From an international association's perspective, how do you see boxing growing in this country? How does this helps Sri Lanka to develop their boxing?
So I've had regular discussions with the president here of the Sri Lankan Boxing Federation, and Mr. Gomez, who's also a board of director with IBA. We've discussed many things, and one of the key initiatives here with the president is to look at the development side of boxing, grassroots boxing. I know you do a lot within the schools. He tells me there's approximately 120 clubs in the schools, and we're going to support his vision on how you bring boxing in right at the very front end with the schoolboys, schoolgirls, juniors and youth. I think this is key. It's very important to identify the prospects of the boxer, the sports person at the very early beginning. And I think from there, that's where Sri Lanka will grow. And I'm interestingly watching some of the boxing here and seeing the Sri Lankan team performing extremely well. You know, it's great to see so many boxers involved in this Asian Championship. So really important. Grassroots boxing is key. Development at the earliest level, and you know, if we get involved with that, and we're going to support with coaching courses, and try to bring a coach into Sri Lanka to assist with that program to grow the base. Also important is the official side as well. So we're also assisting with that through our development department.
I asked the same question from Mr. Aziz Kasambedov. What's your take on talent on display? Exciting boxing talent representing the future of Asian boxing.
Asian boxing has always been extremely strong. Really, it's one of the strongest, if not the strongest continent in terms of boxing, in terms of performance. We like to host a lot of our events in Asia, and you can recall back to the World Men's Elite Championships that was held in Uzbekistan. It was a phenomenal event. One of the best we've ever seen to date, and you know, we're following that with an event here in Sri Lanka, and the president of Sri Lankan Boxing Federation also wants to have more events here. So this is something that you should be looking out for. But I think it's a great opportunity, and you know, we work hard to bring our boxers here, to bring all the officials here, to put on that performance that you see at the ringside in the field of play now. Excellent, really good, really good.
That's obviously a very exciting news for Sri Lankan boxing fans. How has been your stay so far in the country?
Absolutely superb. Yeah, flew in, got collected from the airport, brought to the hotel, brought here to see the boxing daily, and yeah, people are fantastic. Reception couldn't be any better. So I'm looking forward to being here for the duration of the championships, and certainly stuff we're going to do in the future with the National Federation. Really good, really good.
Thank you so much for your valuable time and valuable thoughts. Looking forward to seeing you throughout this competition. Thank you so much. That's Mr. Chris Roberts, the President, the CEO and General Secretary of International Boxing Association. I just finished a very interesting conversation with the Secretary General and the CEO of International Boxing Association. I have the General Secretary from Sri Lankan Boxing Governing Body, Sri Lanka Boxing Association, Mr. Taranga Pereira. He's there to share his thoughts with us about this whole tournament. It's been a challenge. You take up it, take the bull by the horns. How does it exactly feels like, getting this venture underway?
Yeah. To be honest, this was started to discuss about 3 months ago. And by that time, Sri Lanka, we all know that we have never had a tournament like this. The last tournament was held in 1967. That's about 58 years ago. So a lot of people didn't know from where to start, and we had certain concerns about the infrastructure and also how to receive and where to manage this about number of people, because we were anticipating anyways 400 people, about 25-30 countries. So that was the first challenge, to basically picture how we're going to roll out the things. Then the approvals from the ministries, respective ministries. We are very grateful to the sports ministry, because the necessary approvals was granted. Since then, we were in a roller coaster, because it's not easy, because areas like security, transportation, accommodation, and you need to look at the cross-cultural differences, because we are talking about Central Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, about 25 countries coming in 3 days and going to stay here for about 14 days. It's quite a daunting task. Now today is 4th day. Things have settled down a lot and much easier, because it was not the case about 4 days ago till yesterday, and we are happy that everyone has now got into the groove and things are moving forward as we expected. So this is a best checklist that we are going to leave behind for others to take a reference, because now Sri Lanka, I can proudly say that we are firmly ready, and to stage a world championship in Sri Lanka, hope sooner than later. And now the gear is ready, and Sri Lanka is ready, and the nation is ready.
How do you see boxing grow from this point onwards after conducting a tournament of this scale, the popularity and the level of competition in the country? What sort of plan in the pipeline?
So it's all about motivation and what's in it for you. Even boxing, someone to take up boxing, you take up boxing when you're at the age of 13, right? So at the age of 13, when you pick up boxing, you have a kind of a question, what's in it for me? Why boxing? So that is something, as an association, as a responsible body, we need to ensure that question is answered properly. That's very important we do that, because after you come out from the school, that is when you are 18, 19, so you have done boxing, you are excellent in boxing, so where you will be end up? So that question we need to be answered. That is being answered right now. We need to get that structure in place, the plan in place. So hopefully with the things that we've been discussed behind the closed doors, hopefully we can roll out sooner than later.
From an association perspective, the taking up event of this scale must have had own set of challenges. How did you roll through it? I mean, I mentioned about taking the bull by the horns. Tell us about the challenging journey.
Oh, it was a massive challenge. Because as I mentioned initially, we have never had this. So 60 years ago means, most of us have never born. Because once you said yes, you are fully committed. Something goes wrong from that point, then we are putting the Sri Lanka name under get tarnished. So the risk that we took paved off well. It was a calculated risk that we took. We had so many meetings. I cannot count how many number of meetings that we have had. So every day new things, new challenges, and it was. Now I can look back and say that we have done the impossible, and now it's the reality.
Thank you so much for sharing your valuable ideas. I mean, wishing you all the best in the journey ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you POTV as well, coming with us and making this event going alive in Sri Lanka and around the world. So thank you so much.
That's Mr. Tharanga Perera, General Secretary, Sri Lanka Boxing Association.
වයසවුදු 22කින් පහළ සහ කනිෂ්ඨ ආසියානු බොක්සින් තරග මාලාවෙහි සිවන දිනේ තරග කටයුතු එසේ නිමාවට පත් කරන්නේ විශේෂයෙන්ම අපි ඔබට සිහිපත් කළ යුතුමයි මේ දවස් 4 තුල ශ්‍රී ලංකා ක්‍රීඩකයන් කීප දෙනෙකුම තරග බිමට ප්‍රවිෂ්ඨ වුණා. ඒ වගේම උන්ගෙන් තිදෙනෙකු මේ වන විටත් අර්ධ අවසන් පූර්ව තරග සඳහා සුදුසුකම් ලබාගෙනයි තියෙන්නේ. හෙට දවස් 5 වන දිනේ තරගාවලිය තුල 5 වන දිනේ තවත් ක්‍රීඩකයන් 5 දෙනෙකු බොක්සින් වරාලට ප්‍රවිෂ්ඨ වෙනවා. ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අභිමානය මේ තරග මාලාව තුළ තවත් ඉහළ නැංවීමේ අරමුණින් අපි මේ දින කීපෙදීම මතක් කළා වගේම ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට අපි ආරාධනා කරනවා මේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ලංවිය හැකි දුරක ඔබ සිටිනවා නම් එන්න මේ ක්‍රීඩාගාරයට ඇවිල්ලා ඔබේ එක් අත්පොල් සන්නාදයක් ඔබේ එක ඔල්වර සන්නාදයක් ඔවුන්ට ඉහළ ශක්තියක් සපයාවි. ආසියාව තුළ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ බොක්සින් ක්‍රීඩාව දැන් ස්ථානගත වී තිබෙනා වූ ස්ථානයේ පිළිබඳව අපට සාක්ෂි සැපයීම සඳහා. ඒ නිසා අපි ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට ආරාධනා කරනවා හෙට දවසේත් අප සමග එක් වෙන්නට. ඒ වගේම අප සමග එක් විය නොහැකි දුරක සිටින ඔබ සියලුම දෙනාට මේ තරගයේ උණුසුම සහ වින්දනය මගහැරෙන්නට අප ඉඩ තබන්නේ නැහැ. SLT Mobitel POTV PEO Sports වෙතින් අප සූදානම් නිරන්තරයෙන්ම මේ සියල්ල ඔබේ නිවහනටම ගෙන එන්නට. ඒ වගේම PEO Mobile තුලින් ඔබට ලංකාවේ කොහේ හිටියත් මේ සියල්ල නරඹන්නට අවස්ථාව තිබෙන බවත් අප සිහිපත් කරනවා. ඒ වගේම POTV හි PEO Sports FV පිටුවෙන් සහ YouTube නාලිකාවෙන් ඔබට ලෝකය පුරා විසිරී සිටත් මේ තරගයේ වින්දනය නොඅඩුව ලබන්නට අවස්ථාව අප සලසා දී තිබෙන බව විශේෂයෙන්ම සිහිපත් කරන්නට කැමතියි. එසේනම් අප සිවන දිනේ තරග කටයුතු මෙසේ නිමාවට පත් කරනවා. යලිත් සිහිපත් කරමින් හෙට දහවල් 12:30ට අපි 5 වන දිනේ තරග කටයුතු සමගින් සජීවව PEO Sports සමග එක්වන බලාපොරොත්තු ඇතුව අප සමුගන්නේ අද දවසේ මේ සිදුවුණු තරගවල විශේෂ අවස්ථාවන් වින්දනය කරන්නට ඔබට අවස්ථාව සලසා දෙමින් අපි යලිත් මුණ ගැහෙමු හෙට දවසේ සුගතදාස ගෘහස්ත ක්‍රීඩාගාරයේ සිට.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars. The energy style for the youth lifestyle.
ආදරය සෙනෙහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හලනු හැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
පන්දුවකට වැරෙන් එල්ල කරන පහලක් පැහැදිලිව බලා ගන්න ලංකාවේ විශාලතම HD channel එකතු සමග PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අත ළඟටම. දැන්ම PEO mobile app එක download කරගන්න.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? PEO TV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ TV බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
රිවයින් කරන ඔප්ෂන් එක සමගින් ආය බලා ගන්න PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
අප මෙතෙක් අසා ඇති සිංහබාව් කතාවට සිනමාරූපී නව අර්ථකථනයක්. සිංහබාව්.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඔබ කැමතිම වැඩසටහන් දැන් අත ළඟටම. දැන්ම PEO mobile app එක download කරගන්න.
රිවයින් කරන ඔප්ෂන් එක සමගින් ආය බලා ගන්න PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? PEO TV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ TV බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
Packed with nutritional grains for dynamic youth, giving you energy and high protein at any time of the day. Malaban Nutrifix cereal bars. The energy style for the youth lifestyle.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ඔබ දැනටමත් SLT මොබිටෙල් ෆයිබර් බ්‍රෝඩ්බෑන්ඩ් පාරිභෝගිකයෙක්ද? PEO TV නව සම්බන්ධතාවයක් ලබාගෙන මාස 6ක් පුරාවට නොමිලේ TV බලන්න ළඟම ඇති SLT මොබිටෙල් ශාඛාව වෙත පැමිණෙන්න.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today.
ආදරය සෙනෙහස සොයා යන පවුලේ සැමට එකට සිට නැරඹිය හැකි චිත්‍රපටයක්. වසරේ අත්හලනු හැකි සිනමා නිර්මාණය.
පන්දුවකට වැරගෙල්ලකම පහලක් පැදුලිය බලාගන්න ලංකාවේ විශාලතම HD channel එකතු සමග
PEO TV, the best on demand entertainment.
Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today. Step up your game with bets.com. Experience all your favorite games in one place. Join thousands of winners and bet smarter. Visit bets.com today. Inheriting a land of great warriors, the glory of a victorious bloodline. Empowered with intelligence and strength. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo, in the land of lions, Sri Lanka. After 57 years, over 25 countries face off. We wish our lions, the Sri Lankan team, the best of luck as they rise to conquer the Asian boxing ring. The ASBC Asian Under-22 and Youth Boxing Championships 2025, Colombo. From May 12th to 23rd at Sukatadasa Indoor Stadium, Colombo. Live on PEO Sport 1 on PEO TV.
Boxing had to come a long way before savants like Ali and Floyd could dazzle us in the ring. The recesses of violence reach far back into our evolutionary journey, but the earliest evidence of a sport dates back to 6th millennium BCE in what is now known as Ethiopia. The earliest physical evidence of boxing belongs to the ancient civilization of Sumeria, nearly 5,000 years ago. We do not know how popular it was at that point, but by the 3rd millennium BCE, fist-fighting competitions were taking place in Sumerian and Egyptian cities. Tablets dated around 3000 BCE, found in the Sumerian city of Kufaja, showcase boxing talents, as well as offering more details. Similarly, artworks showcasing the sport have been found in Mesopotamian states of Assyria and Babylon, as well as parts of the Hittite Empire. Other ancient civilizations like India and China were not far off. Rig Veda, 1500 to 1000 BCE, and Ramayana, 700 to 400 BCE, refer to various types of boxing, like the Mustiyada, which translates directly to fist combat. In the case of the Egyptians, it is believed that they learned the art from neighboring Nubians after multiple invasions and then introduced it to the Mediterranean. A 1350 BCE sculpture from the Egyptian city of Thebes shows boxers engaged in the sport as the pharaoh watches on. The sport gained popularity around the world due to its overlap with military training. And with military regimens, rule sets started to emerge. A carved vase from Crete shows 2 fighters wearing gloves. Over the next few centuries, the Greeks would add a few more rules, bringing the art of fisticuffs closer to the opera of violence we enjoy today. A Greek story goes that Theseus invented a form of boxing where two contestants sat face to face and beat each other to death with their fists. Pygmachia, or fist fighting, was introduced in the Olympics in 688 BCE and quickly became a popular pastime for the people. The men trained on korikos, or punching bags with leather straps, called hemantes, on their hands. Gloves and wrappings were needed to compete, but one thing wasn't: clothes. The Greeks fought naked. Women were not allowed to watch the sport, and that had little to do with nudity and more with the violent nature of the sport. And it was particularly violent. Not only were there no protective accessories, there were no weight classes either. A well-placed blow from a heavy fighter could potentially prove fatal. In the Iliad, Homer presents the tale of a bout. Similarly, the sport of pancration in the Olympics was a combination of boxing and wrestling. The Greeks believed that Heracles dominated the Nemean lion using the moveset, and Theseus used it to overpower Cercyon of Eleusis. The Romans took a lot of their cultural cues from the Greeks, including their gods, so it isn't surprising that they took their gods' pastimes as well. Pugilism became a popular spectacle at Roman amphitheaters. To raise the stakes, they added spikes to their leather gloves, and eventually, weapons were introduced. A similar sport to gladiatorial combat was Kalaripayut in India. A 3,000-year-old martial art, it was noted for its importance in battle training. Other martial arts, like the Shaolin Kung Fu, also gained notoriety in China. While these were all contact sports with combat as their key pillar, they did not resemble the sport of boxing as we know it today. What's interesting to note is that fist fighting fell out of spotlight for several centuries. There were a few places like Rus where, before eventually getting banned, it remained a form of mass entertainment. However, most fistfighting contests around the world were more akin to bar fights than public spectacles. So, we jump forward in time to 16th century Britain. Bare-knuckle boxing contests were making the rounds, but these were devoid of rules and chaotic to the point of including fencing and cudgeling contests. No weight limits, no referee, and no rules. Poking, groin strikes, headbutts, chokes, and throws were all valid moves because nothing was invalid. It was around this time that the term boxing made its way into popular vernacular. In 1681, the Duke of Albemarle scheduled the first recorded bout of boxing between his butler and his butcher. To nobody's surprise, the butcher emerged victorious. Unlike the ancient Greeks, British women were no strangers to boxing. The first female fight, advertised in print, dates back to 1722. James Figg became the first English bare-knuckle or boxing champion in 1719. The same year, he opened an amphitheater capable of seating 1,000 people. In 1727, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Robert Walpole, Poet Laureate Colley Cibber, and satirist Jonathan Swift watched him defeat his greatest rival, Edward Ned Sutton, in Ned's sold-out amphitheater. After Figg's death, the mantle of the sport fell on the head of Jack Broughton. In 1743, he opened an amphitheater on Oxford Road and introduced boxing's first ever rule set, known as Broughton Rules. The idea was to protect fighters and avoid unnecessary deaths in the ring. Grabbing below the waist and hitting a downed opponent were both prohibited. For the bout to continue, the fallen man had to get back to his feet within 30 seconds, at which point the round would instantly be declared over, offering him an additional breather. Prize fighting became a common pastime of the people, and was even taken by people to settle disputes. For instance, in 1790, two ladies who claimed the affection of the same man went toe-to-toe to resolve the matter. As time went on, more rule sets were drafted, and sanctioning bodies came into play. In 1838, the British Pugilist Protective Association initiated the London Prize Ring Rules, but they were not enough. In 1867, the Marquess of Queensberry rules laid the groundwork for modern boxing rules. Rounds were 3 minutes each, with a 1-minute rest in between. Contestants had to wear padded gloves. Wrestling was forbidden, and downed fighters had to get up against a 10-second or be declared knocked out. Weight divisions were also introduced during this era. Many of the underground enthusiasts of the sport sneered at the new rules, calling them unmanly, but it helped open boxing up to a whole new audience. In the 19th century, boxing also started becoming popular across the pond, as British champions toured the U.S. to fight American fighters. Despite the revised and much sophisticated Queensberry rules, boxing was considered harmful in most of the U.S. and the U.K., and was therefore banned. Consider an 1882 bare-knuckle contest, R vs. Coney, in which one of the contestants was charged with assault, despite mutual consent and agreement between the two parties. The same year, Irish-born American boxer John L. Sullivan claimed the World Heavyweight Championship. Sullivan was instrumental in making professionals comply with the Queensberry rules, making it easier for the sport to gain legitimacy. The sport continued to grow despite regulatory setbacks, especially because the people perception would turn champions into heroes and modern gladiators. It also became a training tool in the First World War, leaving a huge impression in the minds of many people. Up until that point, boxing champions were just the stuff of consensus. There was no governing body to make sense of these things. But the foundation of the U.S. National Boxing Association after the First World War brought consistency to the sport. The establishment of the New York State Athletic Commission was also instrumental in bringing boxing to the masses in a legitimate manner. By the early 20th century, boxing had carved out a unique space, especially for immigrants in the U.S. Anyone could train hard and go from rags to riches in a few years. It was also seen as a viable alternative to crime. Why not channel violence in a positive manner? But boxing was not devoid of racial biases that plagued the American society back in the day. For instance, Jack Dempsey refused to fight African-American Harry Willis, and Jack Johnson was publicly derided, to the point that he left the country. But African Americans would continue to shine in the ring with fighters like Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Sonny Liston, leaving indelible marks on the sport's history. Lewis's 25 consecutive title defenses still hold the record for the longest single reign in boxing history. Sugar Ray Robinson is widely regarded as the greatest boxer to ever live, and his 6 fights with Jake LaMotta have been fictionalized in Scorsese's Raging Bull. Sonny Liston was the scariest man to ever step foot in the ring. That is, until a young trash-talking kid made him quit in the 7th. Rocky Marciano, Henry Armstrong, Willie Pep, Harry Greb, Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore. There are far too many iconic names that reigned supreme during this era. In 1962, the National Boxing Association was eventually upgraded to the World Boxing Association, or WBA. The very next year, the World Boxing Council, or WBC, brought together representatives from 11 different countries to create a unified governing body. Thus began the two-belt era. This was the time of one of the biggest names in the sport to shine, Muhammad Ali. So many iconic moments, the 2 Liston fights, the trilogy with Frazier, the trilogy with Norton, and the rumble in the jungle against Foreman. Ali's brash mannerism would open the door for boxers to receive more public interest than ever before. Phenoms like Tyson, Holyfield, De La Hoya, Salvador Sanchez, Chavez, Lennox Lewis, Floyd, and Pacquiao, among countless others, followed. With the introduction of IBF in the 80s, the 3-belt era provided the 4 kings to shine on the highest stages on the world. In time, the WBA split up to give rise to the WBO. So now we live in the 4-belt era of boxing. For a moment, the regulatory and promotional disputes sent the sport in a downward spiral. Promotions like HBO Boxing and Showtime Boxing closed their doors after years of successful business. But the sport of pugilism is a little bit like an opponent that just won't stay down. Today, it is a truly global sport, with fighters from different parts of the world proudly representing their countries. And the arrival of new faces like Turki Ali Sheikh in the promotional world tells us that the future of boxing may just be in safe hands.
PEO Sports, Creed Album,